For the first few years, the United States sat on the sidelines while World War I raged overseas. At that time, Woodhaven was still a neighborhood in development. The elevated train had just been built on Jamaica Avenue. Silent movies were the norm, as were wooden schoolhouses. Woodhaven Boulevard was one lane, and the community extended deep into what is now known as Ozone Park. Though the United States joined the war in April 1917, it isn't until later in the year that we see our local boys go off to war with rousing support from an almost enthusiastic public. But by May of the following year, the war began to take its toll on the locals. At first, there were a few isolated casualties, but as the weeks wore on, the ever-present headline "Taps" served as a grim announcement that more local boys had been killed. By November, peace had been declared, but the slow lines of communications kept local families on edge for a few more weeks as the final casualty lists were produced. 53 young men were known to have perished, and over time the list of young men from Woodhaven lost to what was known as the Great War would grow to 70. By early 1919, thoughts turned to creating a memorial to the dead, and it was decided to do something unique. Trees were planted in the name of each fallen soldier in Forest Park, across from the golf clubhouse along Forest Park Drive. A large brass plaque and granite monument was purchased by the residents of Woodhaven through tag sales. Each year, families of the deceased would decorate the trees, and Memorial Day parades would wind their way through Woodhaven and end at the memorial trees in Forest Park. But when they expanded Woodhaven Boulevard, they needed to tear down many buildings in order to go from a sleepy 2-lane dirt road to 10 lanes. A former farmhouse belonging to the Wyckoff family served as the home for American Legion Post 118, and it sat directly on Woodhaven Boulevard. It had to be torn down. A new building was built in 1941, and the World War I monument of Forest Park was moved to its front yard where it sits to this very day. The parade was rerouted away from Forest Park, and over time the tradition of decorating the trees, and in fact their original purpose, was lost to history. Until now.
Does everybody feel good about this?
Yes,
sir. Yes, Sergeant. I'd rather hear a hoorah, right? Hoorah! Does everybody feel good about this?
Hoorah!
thank you so much for being here today, guys. You guys did a great job. So let's give a hoorah. Formation check! Hoorah! Formation check! Hoorah! Dismiss.
Thank you, sir!
Legionnaires, attention. And salute.